So the last thing, and this is a long-winded point, but the last thing to say is what's really important in ritual studies is to think then about the body, and to think about the body as a site of the ways in which we mark our differences. And so this is what we might call body theory, right? So we can think of our body in, say, three ways, and I'm drawing here on an article called The Mindful Body by Nancy Scheper-Hughes and Margaret Lock. And the idea here is we can think of the body as three bodies. We have three bodies. We have a physical, phenomenological body. This is the body, if I pinch you, you go, oh. It's the body that has to eat. It's the body that has to sleep. It's the body that gets sick. So we all have these bodies, and that's the great thing about looking at human cultures, is we all have fairly much the same bodies, the same biologies, and we have to do pretty much the same things with them to keep them, to let them survive, to allow them to continue. But what's great is the varying ways in which human cultures interpret those bodies and use those bodies differently. And so the second body we could think of is what is called variously the social body or the symbolic body. And that's very easy. That's the body that we mark off with robes and shorts at different events. That's the body we mark off with really nice hairdos or makeup. Or it's the body we mark off with ties or shirts. It's the body we mark off when we work out and we maintain a physically fit body, or we maintain bodies in times of want or need. In fact, in times of want or need, when resources are less, people with overweight bodies that we would consider overweight now, are actually considered to be healthy bodies. And now we live in a world in which we have an excessive food, and so a thin body is considered to be a disciplined body, is to be a body in control. And so in some sense the social body, the symbolic body, is a moralized body. It's a body that we can see in public, we can interpret it, we can judge it, and thus we learn how to present it. And then the third body is really taken from feminist theory or feminist scholarship, or it comes out of the work of critical social and historical theorists like Michel Foucault, is what we might call the body politic, or is called the body politic. And it's really the way of thinking about, through the social and the symbolic body, how institutions and individuals control, manipulate, shape, and influence the phenomenological body and the identity that we have with our bodies. And so we could think of the body politic as the way in which our morality gets enforced by the institution of the law, or the way in which our intellectual abilities gets reinforced and shaped by the education system, the way in which our ability to provide for our bodies and buy nice things, buy clothes and buy jewelry and buy vacations, is how well we can get jobs in the institution of the economy. And so we're constantly negotiating the body politic, and the body politic is somehow constantly shaping and informing us. So I think that that's a way we can think about what ritual is, from a very simple way of thinking about patterned actions, words and phrases that convey symbolic meaning, through to complex micro ways in which we strategically negotiate our identities in lived daily reality.